Hi, this is Catherine Perdomo with Usborne Books and More. I just want to show off a couple of our newer titles since 2016, January. One of the books, obviously, the Dollhouse, Victorian Dollhouse, is not a new book, but it's a newer version of the Castle book, so that they're both slot together books. So those are really neat. So I wanted to show that set just because it was such a big seller in December. And then our top selling set, Shine a Light, now has 3 new books in it. So Secrets of the Vegetable Garden, On a Plane, and On the Space Station. And those are just really neat books. If you've seen any of the other ones, Apple Tree, Rainforest, Seashore, or Construction, or the other one is the Train book. Those are all so cool. So you use a flashlight to see inside of them. And so here's the book. They have a nice hardback cover. And then inside of the book you can see there's a picture that will shine through it. So I don't know if you can totally see it that well because I don't have a flashlight, but you can kind of see it with a light. So kids love these books, especially as like bedtime stories, or because they get to hold the big flashlight and see through all the pages. So that's a fun book. Those are awesome. We are also going to have those books in miniature sized in Chick-fil-A meals coming in September of 2016, which is really exciting for our company. So look out for those. And then we also have a couple cool reference books that just came out. World of Shakespeare is a reference book that came out hardback. And here is the contents of the book, if anybody was wondering what exactly was in it, but it has great illustrations and, similar to our other reference books, and talks about the Globe Theater and just basically everything you would want to know about Shakespeare. So it's a great book for that reason. We have Times Table Activity book. It's a nice big book. If you see the size of my hand, it's bigger, and this is a great way to practice times tables it's still fun, obviously. So yeah, that's a great one. We have the Story of Science. That's a somewhat smaller but not tiny book, and it's a hardback version. So this is some of the wording and contents for anybody that's interested in exactly what is in the book is listed right here. So yeah, this is a great book. Covers a lot of topics that would be useful if you're teaching science, either homeschooling or just to go along with the book that you have from a public school. I love how Usborne does their books, and they make it in a format that's interesting to read even for adults or children. So that's a fun new title. Make Buildings, over 45 activities to draw and color. So this is a fun doodle book for your builders. So, and there's lots of different topics, and here you go. Here's a little bit of explanation, fun cover, and so here's I want to show some of the different topics in the book. It's a nice big book, just like our big doodle books. Then we have Sticker Dolly Dressing Design Studio, which is a fashion book with a nice hard case. And it includes, the lighting, stencil stickers, rub down transfers, pattern paper, as well as 2 pens. And it's in a nice box. So that's a little bit more information about it. So that's a really neat set. Me and my sisters loved doing stencils and fashion stuff when we were kids. So this is a really neat series. A new chapter book, The Secret Mermaid Enchanted Shell, and this is part of a series, of course, and I would say probably for first grade and up. So this is a fun series. I love how they always have illustrations in all of the books, which makes it fun. I know that I've had more than one child come up to me at a preschool or a pumpkin patch booth that's told me before, oh, I really wish that they had pictures and chapter books. Well, guess what? Our books do, even up through our teenage books. So that's definitely a perk with our books and helps grab their attention. So this is another one, Coding for Beginners Using Scratch. And it has I love the binding of this book. It's the flexi binding, so that's really neat. And then, so here's some of for the contents. and it explains the basics, but it's all spelled out for you. So for people like me who know nothing about coding, it's really, I like that it's very basic in the way that it spells everything out. So with fun little graphics.